Hello to everyone out there. My name is Andrew, and this is my first video log for Max's Muscle Up Challenge. Welcome. So I guess the main purpose for this first vlog is to sort of get a more in-depth look at why I'm doing this and why who I am, I guess would be a better way to look at it. I'm 24. Yes, I'm 24 years old, and I have been battling with my weight for number of years. It's been a huge factor in most of my life, and I think now is the right time for me to sort of take control of it. To give you a sort of an idea, at my heaviest weight that I ever was, I weighed 147 kilos. That was a diet consisting of junk food 7 days a week. Regardless of what my mother had packed me at that time when I was still living at home. It was a case of I could eat the food that my mum gave me, or I could go get some delicious junk food. Which was really a good enough choice. Sorry for the weird voice and the deep breaths every now and then. I'm recovering from a cold that I was hoping to be recovered from by now, but turns out after a big weekend, my last big weekend, it has made a fighting comeback. So I'm having to fight that off once again. I've had a couple of stints at this whole weight loss thing, never really with the same sort of mindset that I have now. My biggest stint was 50 kilo drop, so I went from 147 down to 90 or 93 kilos, I think it was. But due to financial reasons, I had to stop the training, and I was one of those people who was so close to reaching their goals that when I had to give up, it just sort of crushed any sort of self-motivation that I had. Because I figured that, I come so close, if I give up now, does it mean that my goals are over? A lot of self-doubt into my mind, and it really sort of crushed me internally, and I piled back on the weight over the space of 12 months. And in that 12 months, though, I did manage to sort myself out, and I managed to give myself a chance to get back on track. I started training lightly again at the gym just to ease myself back into it, and I met my trainer, and he's really quite cool, and he understands me a lot better than a lot of people do, which is quite weird for me considering how little with sort of time I've known him, but it's nice to know that he has my best interest at heart, and he suggested the Max's Muscle Up Challenge to me. And I looked it up, and I thought, why not? If this is something I want to do, I need to do it now, and I need to do it properly, and I need to realize that this is not just 12 weeks of my life that I'm going to be training. This is going to be, set me up for a lifestyle that I'm going to lead for the rest of my life. I work in IT at the moment, so there's a lot of sitting down, there's a lot of traveling in cars, going to other sites and sitting down. The only real physical part about it is when I move computers around or shift equipment, which is, it does happen a lot, but your body sort of builds up a tolerance for that sort of thing, so it just, gets a base level and sticks to that. As long as it can lift it, it'll be fine. I'm not too really sure what else I can say in this one. I guess what I'm trying to achieve is a whole new outlook on my life. I want to hopefully change careers. This for me will be a career changer. I am going for the #1 spot, and I plan on getting it. And that for me will be the icing on the cake for me to change careers. I've been doing IT for almost 10 years now, and I've found that it's not rewarding enough for me to continue it. My passion or my flame for IT has sort of waned over the years as I've done it more and more. I've come to realize that it's not It's clearly not for me. And this for me is what I want to do. Changing people's lives, changing my own life, helping people, inspiring people. I get so much more fulfillment out of it than I do when I fix somebody's computer and they say thank you. If I can turn around and say inspire one person to change their life and eat better and live healthier and have a life that they really want, then that to me is priceless. And there's nothing that can take away the reward that is someone changing their life because they've seen you do it. And as long as they keep in mind that, you know, in the end, it is all about them and it is their choices that they make and it is their lifestyle that they choose, then nothing can stop them. These past, you know, couple of months leading up to the challenge, my trainer has really drilled into my head that, you know, it's all about your headspace, it's all about where you're at. And, you know, I've really concentrated on putting myself in the right headspace to be in this challenge, and I think now is a better time than ever for me to be in this challenge. You know, I'm ready. I'm going to take first prize, and I'm going to live a better life, and I'm going to change my entire career, and I'm going to help change other people's lives. I think more so, just to try and wrap this up so I don't make it too long, is, you know, for me, this isn't about winning a challenge. This isn't about, you know, the amount of weight loss I'm after. This isn't about, you know, what people are going to think of me in the end, because people are going to judge whether you're fat, skinny, buff, or healthy. You know, they're going to judge you regardless. And so I think for me, although I want to take first prize and I'm going to take first prize, it's more or less trying to get me into a space where I can, you know, thrive, where I can be a better person, not only for myself but for my family, my friends, and anybody who I encounter. Because, you know, that to me is the ultimate dream, is to be the best self that you can be, and to be that for everyone around you, even for those people who are going to judge you, for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I think, more or less, it's time for Andrew to come out of his shell and time to really show the world that he is made of something real. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flog this challenge out, and I'm going to be the best that I can be, and that's going to take first prize. I already know it. So I'm sorry to all you other contestants out there for my cockiness, but it's going to happen. Anyway, I'll sign off with my normal hashtag. Nightwolf is the name of the game. I have wolves all over my arm. I don't know if you can see that. They're cool tattoos and stuff. So that's my little tag that I have, Nightwolf. So I will sign off, and good night, and you'll see me around as I update and everything. Bye.